The two most detrimental vitamins that contribute to leg weakening after the age of 60. The sensation of your legs growing weaker, heavier, or more sore may warrant attention. It is noteworthy that even prolonged standing, walking, or climbing stairs has begun to pose challenges. Exercise great caution. What I am about to reveal in this video may surprise you and will help to illuminate exactly why this is happening. The consumption of perilous dishes, the surprising necessity of two vitamins for well-being, and a duo of elements draining the vigor from your legs all play a role in this issue. Indeed, the vitamins that many tout as beneficial may actually be undermining your muscle strength, putting strain on your joints, and leaving your legs feeling unsteady, uncomfortable, and vulnerable. What is the most frightening element? These dangers permeate your everyday life. Each sip and every bite may be fortifying the frailty you feel, yet it persists. The two vitamins you may currently be taking are bound to leave you in awe. In reality, you may be accelerating muscular loss and compromising your legs, all while having acquired them from the pharmacy with the noblest intentions, convinced that you are protecting yourself, nurturing your body, and strengthening your body bones. This film will uncover the truth lurking behind these pills and foods. You will uncover the true source of the fatigue, swelling, rigidity, and persistent discomfort that continues to arise. Above all, you will uncover what to steer clear of and what to change moving forward in order to reclaim your strength, energy, and independence. Do you aspire to preserve your leg strength for years to come and embrace a healthy aging journey? So, remain by my side until the very end. 15. Confections and delightful sugary treats. Confections and delicacies have long been associated with solace and delight. However, beyond the age of 60, this habit may transform into a subtle adversary for the well-being of your legs. The consumption of excessive refined sugar triggers inflammatory responses within the body, especially affecting the muscles and joints. Chronic inflammation renders the legs increasingly sensitive, uncomfortable, and susceptible to decline. Moreover, sugar is intricately linked to increased insulin resistance, leading to a depletion of muscular energy. When deprived of adequate energy, muscle diminishes in strength and becomes less effective. Consuming too much sugar can lead to weight gain, which in turn places additional stress on your legs. Each extra pound demands greater effort from the muscles and joints of your lower body. Excess weight leads to heightened wear and tear, discomfort, and a feeling of frailty in the lower limbs. This is particularly troubling for older individuals who naturally experience a decline in muscular mass as they age. Sugar further amplifies the body's production of toxins, exacerbating inflammatory responses to an even greater extent. As inflammation increases, so too does the challenge of keeping your legs strong and functional. Did you know that sugar has a direct impact on blood circulation? When taken in excess, it heightens the risk of vascular disorders that impede blood flow to the lower limbs. Inadequate circulation results in the leg muscles receiving diminished amounts of oxygen and nutrients. This impedes the regeneration of tissue and delays the recovery of muscles. The pleasure derived from a dessert may come at a steep cost to your well-being. In addition to their metabolic implications, sweets lack essential nutrients vital for muscular health, such as proteins and magnesium. In other words, you are consuming calories devoid of substance that undermine the body's strength rather than fortifying it. In the twilight of life, such an unbalanced diet leads to a decline in muscular mass, a formidable foe to mobility. The reason might be as simple as a slice of pie or a piece of cake if you feel your legs are becoming weaker. What appears to be a harmless pleasure may be subtly eroding your autonomy and resilience. Many commercially produced confections contain chemical additives such as dyes and preservatives that can exacerbate inflammation. The presence of these elements disrupts the body's natural balance, exerting an immediate impact on the muscular system. The combination of these elements with sugar results in a notably detrimental health mix. A notable shift is underway, as these confections are being substituted with natural alternatives such as cinnamon on fruit or artisanal desserts crafted with reduced sugar. Certainly, indulging in a dessert is still an option for you. By making more thoughtful choices that respect your body, your legs and your palate will surely express their gratitude. Deep-fried delicacies. Fries possess an undeniable allure. Yet the toll they take on the body after the age of 60 is not to be dismissed. Loaded with trans and saturated fats, these foods elevate inflammatory markers within the body. This inflammation directly affects the muscles and joints, leading to stiffness in the legs, heightening their discomfort, and making them more susceptible to injury. The fat from fried meals obstructs blood flow, thereby complicating the oxygenation of muscles. Inadequate circulation diminishes the body's ability to mend and strengthen itself. Fried meals contribute to the obstruction of blood vessels, presenting yet another concern. This further constrains the flow of essential nutrients to the leg muscles. As time progresses, this mechanism diminishes the body's support and accelerates the deterioration of joints. Among the primary culprits are indulgent treats such as donuts, crispy chicken nuggets, and golden French fries. Before we embark on this journey together, I would like to understand your current state of mind and presence alongside me today. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated with the best health advice from Senior Health. If you are watching at this moment, I wish to feel your presence alongside me. If this video strikes a chord with you, type 1. If that's the case, enter 0. Frequently indulged in, these products can truly burden the skeletal and circulatory systems. The taste fails to justify the potential health risks. Have you ever observed that following a meal rich in fried foods, your legs seem to feel more fatigued and weighed down? Your body is reacting to the excess of detrimental fats. The prolonged digestion of these foods demands a significant amount of energy, leaving less available for the muscles. This diet might have a direct impact on leg fatigue. Moreover, the frequent consumption of fried foods has been linked to an increase in weight, which exacerbates the pressure on the lower limbs. It proves to be quite a challenge to break it. Fried foods possess a low nutritional density, offering scant vitamins, minerals, and proteins that truly fortify the muscles. A diet dominated by such food fosters an imbalance that promotes the loss of muscle mass. A decrease in muscle leads to a loss of stability and rigidity in the legs. This impacts your ability to bear weight, climb stairs, or walk with confidence. Steering clear of fried foods stands as one of the simple yet effective measures to maintain your mobility and independence. Transitioning from fried foods to healthier cooking methods can alleviate strain on your legs, while its effects on the body, especially post-60, are anything but harmless. White bread remains a common choice for breakfast and snacking. Crafted from refined flour, it undergoes a process that strips away the majority of fibers and essential nutrients. This results in a rapidly assimilated carbohydrate that elevates blood glucose levels. The spikes exert a direct influence on muscular health, especially in the legs, leading to a sense of weariness and weakness. Consistent consumption disrupts metabolic harmony. White bread, characterized by its low fiber content and elevated glycemic index, contributes to increased insulin resistance due to its deficiency in fiber. This hinders the influx of glucose into muscle cells, thereby affecting the energy and strength necessary for everyday tasks. The firmness of leg muscles becomes increasingly challenging to maintain as their energy supply diminishes. This may lead to a loss of muscular mass, a phenomenon that is somewhat common with the passage of time. In this instance, white bread ceases to function as a neutral food and begins to emerge as a source of irritation. The impact of white bread reaches far beyond mere glucose levels. A diet lacking in proteins and minerals offers little to no real support for muscle recovery. To combat sarcopenia, the gradual decline of muscle mass, older individuals need an increased intake of proteins. Overlooking alternative protein sources and indulging in white bread daily is an error that gradually drains the body, meal by meal. This may lead to legs that are weak, fatigued, and unsteady. In addition to its lack of nutritional value, white bread promotes weight gain, especially when accompanied by butter, cheeses, or sweet treats. Extra weight exerts strain on the legs, which are naturally more delicate in the later stages of life. Discomfort, swelling, and a heightened likelihood of harm ensue. White bread constrains movement instead of fostering it. Each morsel may seem harmless, yet it is the accumulation of poor dietary habits that inflicts the greatest damage. Fortunately, numerous nutritional and superior alternatives abound. Whole grain breads, whether naturally fermented or crafted from grains such as oats, flaxseed, and rye, offer a wealth of beneficial fibers and nutrients. They subtly bolster muscle development, support digestive health, and contribute to the stabilization of blood sugar levels. When paired with proteins and wholesome fats like eggs or avocado, they form harmonious and balanced meals. There is no need to forsake bread. Instead, choose wisely. Within this film, you will encounter the two most detrimental vitamins that hinder your legs. As we age, particularly with regard to the health of our muscles and joints in the legs, the consumption of alcoholic beverages becomes increasingly perilous. As one surpasses the age of 60, the body's ability to metabolize alcohol diminishes, leading to heightened adverse effects. One of the significant findings highlights the difficulty in assimilating essential minerals such as calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these essential components, muscles become frail and bones lose their strength, thereby increasing the risk of fractures and falls. Alcohol directly impedes the process of muscle repair. This suggests that after engaging in physical activity, the body requires additional time to repair its tissues, resulting in prolonged discomfort, fatigue, and a heightened risk of injury. The beverage additionally leads to dehydration, which hinders muscular flexibility and encourages discomforting leg cramps. Moreover, alcohol compromises liver function, which is intricately linked to the production of essential compounds necessary for the health of tissues. The connection between alcohol consumption and weight gain is notably substantial. Alcoholic beverages are notably high in calories and can promote the accumulation of belly fat, even when consumed in moderate amounts. The added burden places a significant strain on the legs, demanding more from the joints and consequently hindering mobility. The natural decline of muscle mass with age can lead to dire consequences for both mobility and overall quality of life. Have you noticed that your body greets the morning with a sense of exhaustion and aches following a night of indulgence in alcohol? The strain that alcohol imposes on the muscles and joints is clearly reflected here. Consistent usage elevates the body's inflammatory responses, intensifying discomfort and diminishing the inclination for physical activity. As time passes, this habit significantly erodes the body's ability to stay vibrant and well. In just a moment, I will reveal the two vitamins that may compromise the strength of your legs. 11. For countless individuals, the ease of incorporating processed meats into their daily routines is undeniable. However, these seemingly convenient choices conceal serious risks to leg health, especially as one ages. Rich in sodium and laden with chemical preservatives, items like bacon, ham, and sausages foster a state of chronic inflammation within the body. This type of inflammation affects the joints, leading to persistent discomfort in the leg muscles, ankles, and knees. The stiffness that individuals often feel upon waking may be intricately linked to these foods. Processed meats present yet another disadvantage: their elevated levels of saturated fat. This excess fat diminishes the flow of blood to the muscles, elevates harmful cholesterol levels, and undermines overall circulation. Inadequate irrigation robs the leg muscles of essential nutrition and oxygen, thereby hindering their upkeep and recovery. The result is a slow deterioration of the lower limbs, ultimately leading to a limitation in performing fundamental daily activities. Moreover, these meals contribute to the buildup of toxins within the body, placing strain on the liver and kidneys. These organs play a crucial role in sifting through chemicals that, when accumulated, result in muscular fatigue. Processed meats contain preservatives that have been demonstrated to influence glucose metabolism, thereby diminishing the energy available to muscles. Once again, the sensation manifests directly in the legs, accompanied by persistent feelings of fatigue and weightiness. Although older individuals may choose these items for their convenience, it is crucial to pay extra attention to dietary needs during this phase of life. In the realm of trade-offs, the cost of convenience may come at the expense of one's quality of life. Selecting nutritious proteins like eggs, chicken, fish, and lean cuts of beef stands as a fundamental initial stride toward preserving muscular strength and overall health. Replace bacon with avocado or olive oil. Swap cooked eggs for sausage, and use shredded chicken breast in place of ham. The body begins to acclimate to these alterations. The legs transform, feeling buoyant and vibrant amidst the delicate balance of taste and freedom, pleasure and lifespan intertwine, presenting a compelling arrangement. While their effects on the body, especially post-60, raise valid concerns, Instant noodles appear to be the perfect solution for those in pursuit of convenience. This quick meal, primarily made from refined flour and chemical additives, offers minimal nutritional value. What is the result? A meal abundant in calories yet lacking in fiber, proteins, and essential micronutrients, elements crucial for maintaining muscular mass. As time passes, such a diet inevitably leads to the decline of leg function and mobility. One of the primary disadvantages of instant noodles is their excessively high sodium content. A solitary portion may offer you over 50% of the recommended daily allowance of this essential mineral. Excessive sodium intake leads to fluid retention, resulting in swollen and painful legs. Moreover, it elevates blood pressure, obstructing adequate blood flow to the muscles. Inadequate circulation leads to muscle tissue becoming deprived of essential nutrients, resulting in weakness and a sluggish recovery from exertion. The chemical additives present in the flavors that accompany the noodles raise additional concerns. Preservatives, colors, and monosodium glutamate are frequently linked to chronic inflammatory processes. Even in their mildest forms, these inflammations hinder joint function and accelerate the decline of muscle integrity. Ultimately, this leads to an increase in discomfort, stiffness, and limitations in mobility, becoming a more common aspect of daily life for individuals who consume this type of food. The impact on metabolism holds significant importance too. The absence of fibers elevates the glycemic index of the noodles, subsequently increasing blood sugar levels. Glycemic instability disrupts insulin function, thereby hindering the muscle's ability to utilize energy efficiently. Muscles swiftly succumb to weakness and fatigue in the absence of adequate energy nourishment. An inadequate diet can transform a mere walk to the store into an arduous challenge. 9. Though they mask elements that can significantly damage leg health, especially in later years, commercially produced cakes exude an aroma of youth and offer a flavor of delight. Brimming with processed sugars, hydrogenated fats, and synthetic preservatives that disrupt metabolism and provoke bodily irritation, these products notably disturb insulin function and promote the accumulation of body fat. This not only leads to excess weight but also establishes a metabolic environment detrimental to maintaining muscular strength. The inclusion of trans fats, employed to enhance flavor and extend shelf life, represents another significant element of these cakes. These fats diminish the levels of good cholesterol while elevating those of bad cholesterol, thereby jeopardizing the flow of blood. Inadequate blood circulation robs the leg muscles of essential nutrients, leading to their decline. In the long term, this may lead to a decline in lean mass, increased joint stiffness, and potentially issues with mobility. Consuming commercially produced cakes frequently is linked to ongoing inflammation, a primary contributor to muscular weakness and joint discomfort. Emulsifiers, stabilizers, and dyes, along with various other ingredients, exert an influence on the immune system, often triggering inflammatory reactions that predominantly affect the joints of the legs. The result is an increase in discomfort, a decrease in mobility, and a relentless cycle of sedentarism that leads to muscle loss. While undeniably tasty, these cakes fall short in terms of nutritional density. In other words, although they are deficient in essential nutrients such as proteins, calcium, and magnesium, crucial for the health of muscles and bones, they are laden with calories. Consuming this type of food regularly resembles fueling your body with contaminated gasoline. In this scenario, your muscles serve as the engine, yet they do not respond in the same manner. Instead, it reveals shortcomings, fatigue, and a lack of speed. The ease of consuming meals frequently leads us to make choices without much thought. Crafting homemade cakes with whole flours, fruits, and natural oils can be equally as convenient as opting for a store-bought alternative. Nonetheless, the difference lies in the impact this decision will exert on your body over the medium and long term. Your muscles will welcome newfound firmness, confidence, and energy as you refine your taste. 8. While they may appear appealing and tasty, ultra-processed cheeses such as spreads, processed slices, and melted varieties conceal serious dangers for those aiming to preserve leg strength beyond the age of 60. Rich in sodium and saturated fat, these meals impact the muscular and vascular systems on two fronts. Sodium encourages the retention of fluids and elevates blood pressure levels. Saturated fat compromises the elasticity of blood vessels, thereby hindering circulation. The legs swell, becoming increasingly bloated, uncomfortable, and heavy due to this combination. Moreover, ultra-processed cheeses often contain preservatives and phosphates, along with various other components that alter the body's mineral balance. This directly impacts two essential minerals for muscular contraction and bone health: calcium and magnesium. The improper absorption of these minerals leads the body to exhibit signs of muscular fatigue, joint pain, and even cramps during the night. The leg muscles, being substantial and frequently engaged, are the first to exhibit warning signs. Another notable point is that these cheeses are devoid of beneficial grade proteins. In contrast to artisanal cheeses, which maintain their nutritional integrity, ultra-processed varieties are subjected to industrial processes that diminish their nutritional value. This suggests that even with calorie intake, the body is lacking the essential amino acids needed to maintain muscle mass. The loss of muscle stands as a primary contributor to the decline in functionality and the rise of dependency that often accompanies aging. Have you ever noticed that after indulging in a meal rich in processed foods, your body feels weighed down and less enthusiastic? This is authentic and arises from the demineralizing and inflammatory effects of these substances. As time progresses, the lack of essential nutrients results in weakened bones and a deterioration in muscular performance. Brief strolls demand an unexpected amount of exertion, and the seemingly simple steps transform into an obstacle. All things can find their link to the type of cheese that graces your toast. One effective approach to preserving one's health is to substitute these items with fresher, less processed cheeses, like ricotta, cottage, or mayonnaise cheese. And keep in mind, we are on the brink of uncovering the most pivotal revelation of this film. Yet to be revealed are the two most detrimental vitamins for your legs. 7. While they present significant risks to leg health after the age of 60, industrial ice creams remain a beloved choice on sweltering days or as a sweet treat. These items are high in calories and promote inflammation due to their saturated fat content and considerable amounts of refined sugar. This type of diet leads to spikes in blood sugar, followed by swift declines that jeopardize the stability of muscular energy. This instability renders the legs feeble, burdensome, and increasingly prone to fatigue. Ice creams, especially those lacking in quality, harbor saturated fats that can adversely affect the cardiovascular system. The flow of oxygenated blood struggles to reach the body's farthest reaches, particularly the legs. The outcome manifests as a sensation of numbness, tingling, and persistent cramps. In the long run, this circulation deficit leads to muscular weakening, diminished mobility, and an increased risk of falls. For all this time, we believe we are merely attending to our own needs. Moreover, industrial ice creams contain artificial colors, emulsifiers, and thickeners that can exacerbate bodily inflammation. This subtle inflammation stands as a primary culprit behind the deterioration of joint and muscle tissue. The continued reliance on these items fosters digestive and hormonal irregularities that directly affect the absorption of essential nutrients crucial for muscle growth. Without proper nutrition, the body struggles to maintain stability and strength as time progresses. Another crucial aspect is that these meals offer no real nutritional benefit. Devoid of nutritional value, they fail to contribute to muscle growth, tissue repair, or joint nourishment. This suggests that even amidst the enjoyment of something delightful, the sensation of fatigue lingers and may indeed intensify. The effect on the legs is unmistakable. A decrease in firmness, an increase in daily discomfort, and a diminished capacity for physical exertion. Each bite diminishes the body's chance to strengthen itself. 6. Whether enjoyed as a sweet finale or a midday indulgence, milk chocolates weave seamlessly into the daily rituals of countless individuals. However, their consistent use may yield more significant consequences than initially evident, especially for individuals over the age of 60, particularly concerning their legs. Rich in sugar and saturated fat, these chocolates foster inflammatory processes that directly affect joints and muscles. The combination of elevated glucose levels and inadequate fat intake leads to metabolic overload, ultimately resulting in a deterioration of muscular power. The low cocoa content in milk chocolate presents a significant concern, as it is precisely in this component that the beneficial antioxidants reside. Many commercial versions result in a heavily processed product, brimming with preservatives and artificial sweeteners. Their impact extends beyond mere harm to the liver and pancreas. They also interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients crucial for maintaining muscular health. The outcome? Tired legs, drained of their vitality, are more prone to discomfort and rigidity. The straightforward sugars found in these chocolates are swiftly taken up, leading to insulin spikes that deplete muscular energy. For individuals who are already struggling to maintain lean mass, this unpredictability is nothing short of disastrous. Moreover, milk chocolate is occasionally associated with an increase in stomach weight, which intensifies the pressure on the lower limbs. This persistent strain contributes to the deterioration of the joints in the knees, hips, and ankles. Yet, wholesome alternatives allow for joyful moments to persist. Rich in cocoa, these chocolates offer a bounty of antioxidants and flavonoids, promoting healthy circulation and supporting muscle function. When consumed in moderation, these items can indeed contribute positively to vascular health. Forever guided by a sense of awareness and equilibrium, the essence lies in the choices made and the quantities embraced. While undeniably convenient, canned foods contain a variety of ingredients that could significantly jeopardize the health of one's legs in later years. Many of these products contain chemical preservatives such as sodium benzoate and nitrite, along with various colors, salt, and additional chemicals. These substances provoke significant inflammation, adversely affecting both muscle and vascular health. When taken frequently, they hinder the muscle regeneration process and obstruct the muscle's ability to receive oxygen. Moreover, the additional salt found in canned goods encourages fluid retention, which is a primary contributor to the sensation of heavy and uncomfortable legs. This retention not only inflicts discomfort, but may also indicate insufficient circulation and inflammation within the tissues. For individuals grappling with hypertension, particularly after the age of 60, the situation deteriorates as excess salt places undue strain on the cardiovascular system, thereby undermining the delivery of essential nutrients to the muscles. The diminishing nutritional quality presents yet another troubling facet of canned foods. Even canned meats and vegetables undergo processes that remove much of their natural nutrients. What remains is a diet deficient in essential minerals and vitamins, yet abundant in toxins that the body must struggle to eliminate. This metabolic strain drains energy and undermines muscular performance. Your diet could be a greater contributor to the persistent fatigue and leg weakness than you might realize. Moreover, while present in minuscule amounts, the aluminium contained in specific cans has the potential to accumulate within the body over time. Evidence suggests that the neurological system and muscular function could be adversely affected by the habitual consumption of meals stored in metal containers. This brings forth the potential for tumbles, instability, and a slow decline in strength. A gamble that simply fails to justify itself when weighed against the alternatives available in the market. For those seeking to preserve their mobility, a crucial initial step involves steering clear of canned goods and opting for fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved options instead. Utilizing authentic ingredients, devoid of artificial additives, provides almost immediate benefits to health and wellness. This decision also preserves your independence and enhances your quality of life as the years unfold. Should you think that solely processed meals harm your legs, understand that there is still much more to uncover. In the near future, we will delve into a discussion about the two most perilous vitamins for muscle health. The truth about these supplements may astonish you. A multitude of individuals find their snacks comprising filled cookies and processed treats. Yet, beyond the age of 60, their intake may accelerate the decline in leg strength. These foods act as true aggressors to the body, laden with artificial substances such as dyes, flavorings, preservatives, and stabilizers. They not only irritate the body but also place strain on essential organs such as the liver and kidneys, directly interfering with circulation and the absorption of vital nutrients for the muscles. These items lack essential minerals, proteins, and fiber, while being high in calories. In other terms, they offer an abundance of calories while delivering scant nutritional value. For the elderly, this poses significant harm, as the body no longer retains nutrients as it once did in youth. To counteract the inevitable decline in muscle mass that accompanies aging, a more nourishing and functional diet is essential. Consuming foods rich in sugar, hydrogenated fats, and salt merely accelerates this deterioration. The presence of trans fats, the type of fat utilized in these products, poses another considerable concern. Among the principal inflammatory agents in contemporary diets is this particular type of synthetic fat. They not only obstruct arteries, but also impede the flow of oxygen and nutrient-laden blood to the muscles. Inadequate irrigation of the leg muscles leads to discomfort, fatigue, and at times a sensation of unsteadiness in the legs. Yet with a slow and subtle grace, the fragility makes its presence known. Moreover, an excess of sodium in these dishes leads to fluid retention, exacerbating the edema in the lower limbs. Swollen legs serve as clear signs of an underlying issue. An inadequate diet combined with impaired circulation creates the perfect environment for the development of varicose veins, persistent discomfort, and a sense of heaviness during movement. All of this may arise from seemingly harmless appetizers. The consumption of these snacks and cookies leads to spikes in glucose levels, followed by swift declines, ultimately undermining the body's strength and fostering an insatiable craving for additional sustenance. This detrimental cycle diminishes muscular energy and fosters weight gain. Your ability to maintain strong, healthy, and functional legs in everyday life wanes the more you depend on such products. Substituting natural bars fundamentally transforms this scenario. 3. Dough. From convenient seasonings to instant noodles, along with savory meat broths, packet soups, and a variety of frozen meals, the realm of industrialized foods is rich with monosodium glutamate. While its impact on the human body extends well beyond mere taste, this enhancement is designed to elevate the flavor of culinary creations. For individuals over the age of 60, consistent consumption of monosodium may pose significant risks, especially concerning the leg muscles. Monosodium influences essential neurotransmitters that regulate muscular contraction through the neurological system. Individuals who are more vulnerable to this chemical may experience muscle aches, headaches, tingling sensations, and a general sense of fatigue. When these effects manifest in the legs, they evoke sensations of heaviness, rigidity, and occasionally subtle tremors. As the body becomes more vulnerable to excitotoxic substances that damage neurons, the problem intensifies with the passage of time. Moreover, monosodium glutamate induces ongoing inflammation within the body. This inflammation impacts the joints, muscles, and blood vessels, undermining both muscular function and circulation in the extremities. Inadequate oxygenation in the legs significantly increases the risk of muscular weakness, cramping, and a decline in mobility. Numerous foods containing monosodium tend to be elevated in sodium levels, exacerbating fluid retention and leg edema. This additive influences energy metabolism, thereby modifying muscular glucose consumption. This diminishes the muscle's ability to convert energy into strength, thereby undermining the legs even during simple tasks such as climbing stairs or walking short distances. In the long term, this diet could lead to a decline in muscle mass and an increased dependence on others for everyday activities. A great number of individuals remain oblivious to their habitual consumption of monosodium. Product labels conceal it beneath a variety of names, such as flavor enhancer, yeast extract, hydrolyzed protein, and other technical terms that obscure its true impact. The aim is to select natural flavors such as fresh herbs, garlic, onion, lemon, and olive oil, steering clear of ultra-processed foods and artificial seasonings. We are about to unveil the two most detrimental vitamins that, when consumed in excess, may jeopardize your leg strength. Furthermore, an overabundance of vitamin A plays a crucial role in various bodily functions, such as vision, immune response, and maintaining healthy skin. However, excessive intake of vitamin A, especially from supplements, can prove detrimental and result in various adverse effects, including impacts on the leg muscles. As one surpasses the age of 60, the body's ability to metabolize and eliminate excess amounts of this vitamin diminishes, increasing the risk of accumulation in the liver and joints. Commonly experienced discomfort, especially in the legs and back, stands as one of the most frequent indicators of hypervitaminosis A. While it arises from an excess of vitamins that inflame the muscular tissues, this discomfort may easily be mistaken for joint or spinal issues. In addition to discomfort, clear signs that nutritional balance has been disrupted include reports of muscular weakness, difficulty in ascending stairs, walking, or rising after prolonged sitting. Excessive vitamin A can obstruct the absorption of other essential minerals such as magnesium and calcium. Without these essential minerals, the muscles struggle to contract and relax properly, leading to the onset of fatigue, spasms, and cramps in the legs. Moreover, The accumulation of vitamin A in the liver may hinder energy production, thereby affecting muscular performance. A slow diminishment of mobility and strength unfolds. Excessive vitamin A brings forth another detrimental consequence: the demineralization of bones, particularly in the legs and hips, regions heavily engaged in everyday activities. This undermines the bones and increases the risk of fractures. For individuals grappling with osteopenia or osteoporosis, the consequences are significantly more detrimental. Therefore, it is essential to utilize vitamin A supplements solely with medical supervision and consistently within prescribed limits. Self-medication stands as a pivotal force behind these hidden challenges. Vitamin A, found abundantly in foods such as liver, egg yolk, whole milk, carrot, and pumpkin, suggests that a balanced diet can render supplements unnecessary. The peril begins with exaggeration, especially in the realm of enriched products or powerful supplements. Therefore, it is essential to monitor the total intake meticulously, considering all sources, including multivitamins, initially frequently associated with bone health and the proper functioning of the immune system. An increased intake of vitamin D is particularly recommended for the elderly. However, many remain unaware that an excess of it can lead to significant adverse effects, even impacting the legs. Hypervitaminosis D typically arises from an overabundance of supplementation, leading to an accumulation of this vitamin within the body. The presence of muscle discomfort serves as a significant indicator of this imbalance. It is accompanied by a decline in strength and a loss of motor coordination. In contrast to other vitamins that the body swiftly eliminates, vitamin D possesses a fat-soluble nature, allowing it to be stored within adipose tissues. An overabundance of vitamin D may result in elevated blood calcium levels, a condition often referred to as hypercalcemia. This leads to a sensation of leg stiffness, a burning in the muscles, cramps, joint discomfort, and various other associated symptoms. Hypercalcemia swiftly affects the muscles and nerves, thereby undermining the electrical impulses that govern bodily movements. Excessive vitamin D can result in the unwelcome calcification of soft tissues, such as muscles and tendons. This suggests that areas such as the knees, calves, and thighs may become stiffer, less flexible, and uncomfortable when exerted. What should serve as a safeguard transforms into a source of limitation and constraint. Older adults consuming excessive amounts of vitamin D without proper medical guidance face an increased likelihood of encountering these issues. Another concerning matter is that excessive amounts of vitamin D can adversely affect the kidneys, which are responsible for maintaining mineral balance in the bloodstream. The inadequacy of filtration and substance retention reveals the impact on the kidneys, exacerbating leg swelling, muscle discomfort, and an overwhelming sense of fatigue. This initiates a cycle of feedback. Increased vitamin D and calcium levels can lead to diminished kidney function and heightened challenges with muscle performance. It is essential to emphasize that vitamin D supplementation must be customized, based on laboratory results and medical guidance. A multitude of people hold the conviction that these substances are beneficial for their health, leading them to indulge in substantial quantities independently. Too much can be as perilous as too little, and when it comes to the legs, the consequence may be the forfeiture of mobility and autonomy. Join the channel, crafted to guide you on your journey toward a healthier lifestyle and an enhanced quality of life. Therefore, if you desire to keep receiving the finest videos for your well-being, pursue that path. My purpose is to provide you with assistance. The video currently gracing your screen unveils the 3 essential vitamins that every diabetic ought to incorporate into their regimen. Take a moment to explore by clicking on the screen. Thus, until the next video.